Psychotic disorders? Yes. Severe mental disorders that cause abnormal thinking and perceptions? Yes. People with psychosis lose touch with reality? Yeah. Mm. Now, let's look at it again. I wasn't in Brennan? Yes. I shouldn't have been arrested? Right. And I wasn't in Swim? Yes. And I wasn't violating the restraint provisions of the protection order that the state of Washington issued in 2011? Yes. Because you didn't have the jurisdiction to have me arrested? Right. Until you actually had a new accusation, right, of domestic violence and child abuse? Yes. You actually could not issue the protection order in 2011. Court orders have to be enforceable. Yes. When I'm on probation, yes. On Guam, and there's a no contact order, yes. You can't have two of them at the same time. The no contact order has the enforcement of the VAWA. Yes. Yes. And I just wanted to mention that when you issue a protection order that the petitioner doesn't sign, and I wasn't given any due process, right? And there's forgeries of the ex officio superior court clerk, right? And there's fraudulent statements, yes. And it's been used to arrest me multiple times for the false allegation of criminal behavior, yeah. There are a large number of employees in the police and sheriff's department that have a psychosis. Yeah. Now, you're crazy. That means you, Chief of Police, Brian Smith. You're crazy. Now, I'll give you an example. Yes. This is a forgery. Yeah, that's what it is right there. The protected person didn't sign this? Yes. Quite possibly this signature? Yes. Is not the same as that signature? Yes. Now, you can't issue a dissolution of marriage? Yes. Without any of the protections of the pro se litigants. Let's look at it because I kind of looked at this Alaska law. They're called the Canons of the American Bar Association. Yeah. And they make a special provision for those that are pro se litigants, yes, that they have to be, yes, accommodated. That means that you have to serve me so that I can appear in court. Yes. I can find out what you're going to do before you do it. Yes. And then once we agreed that what you're doing is what I agreed to do, then you can issue the dissolution of marriage. It's kind of funny that this whole idea of the pro se litigant known as my wife. Yeah. You didn't give me any notice of court hearings. Could you get me those canons? Yes. Of the American Bar Association and the various individuals employed, yes, in any court or professional firm of law, yes, that happen to belong to the American Bar Association. Now, I know I told you, yes, these persons, yeah, in the ABA, yeah, for the last 40 years, yeah, I'm going to obligate them to spend at least one night in jail, yes, because this thought that my son's receiving injury, yes, after I had told you that I didn't get a dissolution of marriage, yes, and you were going to obligate me to get a mental health evaluation, yes, and treatment, yes, as required because of the fraudulent statements of my wife when she motioned the court. There seems to be a problem in the county. You don't recognize your own psychosis. And for every cop that dislikes me, this little city is not really appreciating how many police officers I'm going to put in prison. So if you as local law enforcement have any dislike of me, yes, I want you to appreciate how much dislike there's going to be once I start suing other cities. Yes, because every cop in the United States is going to have a significant dislike of you. Seattle Police Department? Yeah. Um, I wasn't in Sequim? Yeah. I wasn't in Jefferson County. You didn't have jurisdiction to issue the dissolution of marriage? Yeah. See, the VAWA requires that there only be one court order in place. Yes. And this thought, well, we're going to issue two, and that's going to give Heidi some sort of extra protection. Yeah, it doesn't. You can be arrested for one, but you can't be charged with the same crime twice because of there being two protection. I want the police department to understand how much America's law enforcement is going to hate you. You shouldn't be taking your animosity out on me. I informed you, yes, that my sons are in the wrong grades. Yes, they've now suffered an injury. Yes, at least Bishop has. Yes, and I'm going to want the restitution. So could you give me the state of Alaska and every employee of that state? All the attorneys and any and all actual state-owned enterprises? Yes. And then could you give me the state of California? I emailed quite a few in the state of California. Isn't that right? State of California. Los Angeles, chief of police. I emailed these large cities because it looks to me that my son has suffered an injury, right, because of this state's refusal to enforce my rights. Yes, the rights of my sons. Yeah, the rights of Marilyn and her kids. And now the Los Angeles Police Department are getting sued. Now, for the 1,300 police officers in Seattle, yes, could you find out how many police officers are employed in Los Angeles? And then for every sheriff in every county of the state of California, could you find out? Now, I don't want you screwing up my videos anymore. Do you understand? Yes. And your little top secret family that seem to think that they own the world? Yes. There is a lot of law enforcement out there. So if you have any hatred towards me, you can just turn it around to somebody else. Yes, because I'm going to make absolutely sure that those in police department right now